Good evening, everybody. Erin here, Ease Deals and Steals. Going down a gravel road. It's very potholy. So I wanted to give an update basically on the lists. I'm getting a lot of questions, so I want to make sure that everybody is clear on what is happening with lists. So basically, you will receive, first of all, basically we're going to start at your zip code, right? If that's where you want me to start. If you already look for remodels and say you've already searched your area and you want to pick a different area, that's fine. But anywho, we start with your zip code, and then I'll work my way out from your zip code, and I'm looking at, goodness, I don't even know, 30-ish stores per person. So it does take time to look at these stores. That's why, you guys, I am doing everything in order. If you haven't heard from me yet, it's okay. I'm going to get to you, but it does take time. So what I'm doing is looking at the location you give me, and then I'm searching every single store. And at that point, I am grouping those stores for you in order for you to know, one, if there is a store right now that has items half off, which means that a remodel is getting ready to happen. The next group would be stores that need full remodels, meaning they still have 90% of our remodel items that go, they're still sitting. And so they need a full remodel. Then there's the next group, which is any store that needs a partial remodel. Now, a partial remodel can mean a couple different things. So, number one, it could be they've already went through, say, the physical remodel, like the store's already redone to look nicer. And so they got rid of, say, home goods and hardware and athletic, or they got rid of, say, 5 different sections or something. But say that was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, now they're doing a second remodel phase, basically to clear out the rest of these items. Maybe it's socks and underwear and, socks, underwear, stuff in the dollar aisle. It all depends. Okay, I'm not going to go into that. So anyways, and then the last group, those would be, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, I think I'm done now. So, the last group, gosh, I hope I'm not an ugly sneezer. The last group, those are what I'm titling dead stores. And basically, a dead store just means they've already been wiped out, okay? So it could be a newer store that it's been built and they didn't even bring in these old remodel items. So basically dead stores, there's no remodel in their near future. So it could be a new store. It could be a store that's already went through a full remodel, or they've already went through 2 remodels. But regardless, it's a store that you don't need to waste your time looking at, because it's not going to be remodeling this year, or I would think next year, unless they change, items that are going or something. So you've got stores that are half off getting ready to remodel. You have stores that are sitting full that need full remodels. You have stores that have already been through a partial remodel, or it's already an NCI store, or it's a newer store, so they don't need to get rid of as much because they don't have it, but they still need to get rid of some. And then there's the, what did I say? Okay. Ones in process, ones that need full, ones that need partial, and dead stores that you don't need to waste your time. I decided to do this list because I searched for my own remodels, and I found that, I'm clicking on the same stores over and over again and wasting time, right? Like, gosh, why do I keep looking at this store? I know that nothing's going to happen. So I thought that was something that I could provide all of you. I know that people sell remodels. I can't guarantee that there is a remodel in your area. I do not know until I start looking. What I can guarantee is I can give you a list of your stores and tell you it's already done for. You don't need to even pay attention to it for remodels. Hey, it really needs a big remodel. It doesn't need whatever it may be, but I can lay it out for you, because remodels, there's no consistency. We don't know why they go to certain areas and do certain ones, and then they go to another area and do others. There's no consistency. We have no idea why they choose to do the stores that they do. They're not doing the oldest, first, because there's plenty of mine that are old that really need remodels, and they're going into ones that are newer and doing partial remodels. So that's why if you have the list of, hey, these stores are remodeling, these stores need to, those are the only stores you need to look at. And then you don't have to pay attention to this list of whatever dead stores there are. In addition to the stores, then I will give you my penny list, okay? My penny list is a combination. Basically, I talked about the list from the actual store that I got, right? Well, obviously, if you get a list from a store, it is store specific, okay? So it's whatever items are going at that store. When I got into the list, I realized, no, it is not a master list. No, in Dollar General, they don't even have a master list. But I noticed there were items on it that, I noticed there were a lot of items missing, within the categories that they had. So basically, I spent an entire day, and what I did was I went through and took all the pennies that I have and compared to all the pennies on that list. All right, I added any in that were missing. I also looked at messages and such of people in other areas, other states that have sent me items that go at their remodels, but they don't go at mine, so that I could add more items, because again, at your store in your area, there might be other stuff going in addition to. So I added items. I changed all of the descriptions. The descriptions were a mess. If you didn't know, then you wouldn't know. Unless you really knew what you were looking for, those descriptions were a mess. Everything was out of order. So I really sat down, put everything in order, got the descriptions cleaned up. As I said, I did not include UPCs because if it does get to Dollar General employees, I don't want it to be as easy for them to literally just be able to match up the numbers. So the UPCs, that's up to you guys. You can add your UPCs. How do you add your UPCs? It's very simple. So you have your list. So you can go back through, and this is for anybody that needs items for their list. I've had a number of people message me asking me to give them items for their list. That's what my videos are for. So any video that says remodel haul, remodel, visuals and UPCs, any of those, those are going to be the ones you want to watch. I'm going to show you the item. I'm going to give you the UPC, and then you can write that down next to the item on your list. All right. And then every remodel haul I do, you can get new UPCs, or you can literally go into your store and just get UPCs and write them down. It's up to you how you do it. But the other way is literally just to search on the DG app. We know that we can look at the all categories from the home page, and we can pull up a number of items on there and add them to our list so that you don't have to physically be in store. So you can also do it that way. I find that way is easier. If you don't want to go searching for UPCs, then you can just go through your all categories, go into the different departments, find the items that are on the list, and then add them to your list. Okay? I think that's basically it. I did want to make sure, again, you know, I can't guarantee that, how do I say this? Okay. If you have been penny shopping, or you've been remodel shopping for a long time, it's possible that you have most of these items. Okay. If you've watched me, it's possible you have most of these items. Are there items on this list that I did not know about? Absolutely. There are a few. I mean, honestly. I've had one person that did come back, and she said that she had every single item on the list. Now, I find that hard to believe, just because there's items on there from, like, you know, that go in Texas that have never went where. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But you guys, I don't know what kind of list you already have. Okay. Also, her comment was, you said that it was 40 pages long and it's only 12. Okay. So when in my initial video, because I was so excited, yes, I got this thick, like 40 pages. Okay. Once I was able to sit down and go through it, first off, I figured out most of them, or not most of them, like half of them, more than half of them, were all hanging clothes. Okay. So I wasn't gonna send you 20 pages of hanging clothes, because we know the hanging clothes go, right? Also, the DG list is typed out in landscape format because they had more columns, right? So there's only so many on a page. Mine is in portrait, which means there's more on a page. So there's less pages. I was trying to make it better. I'm not trying to short anybody on penny items. I am literally, I made it shorter by condensing. I didn't go through and put every single size like I would. Also, the slippers, boots, athletic shoes area that hangs and always, if it goes, all of it goes. I did not include those because we know. So that was another, you know, I don't know, 5 pages. But anyways, guys, I'm sharing everything that I know and have, honestly. And I'll continue to add to it on videos. You guys can add to it, but I just wanted to let you guys know. So I'm almost to my meeting. I need to get off of here, but hopefully I will have time to do a haul video tonight. I don't know. We'll see, since I have to do all these remodel searches. All right. Talk to everybody soon. Peace.